A man tries to rescue the girl he loves after she's sent away to be the bride of a sea god, but as she begins to uncover the mysteries of her new home, it turns out she may not want to leave after all. Welcome back to Recap Spot. Today we'll be recapping a romantic action movie called Enormous Legendary Fish. The film begins with a voiceover saying that 1,000 years ago, sea demons began causing destruction, but a sea god named Hy-Ro fought against them and transformed into a mountain range in order to ward them off. To thank him for saving humanity, every 100 years, a woman is offered up to Hy-Ro as bride. All the brides that are chosen are sent off into the sea, where they disappear past the horizon. We then see a fishing ship trying to pull back their net in a huge storm. Beneath their ship, we see a huge fish creature swimming, and it knocks into their ship, nearly taking out some of the fishermen. The men finally spot the beast and scream as it eats them. The film then cuts to a girl named Ali as she prays to the sea god for her boyfriend Wen Yu to pass his civil exam so he can come home and marry her. Ali soon finds out that Wen Yu is back and did in fact pass his exam, so she goes home to get ready to meet him. However, she's interrupted when a group of people show up at her door and tell her she's been chosen to be the sea god's bride. Ali tries to fight the group off, but they begin dragging her down the street. She sees the new governor coming down the street and breaks free to beg him to help her, and it's revealed that the new governor is actually Wen Yu. Ali doesn't realize it, but by asking Wen Yu for his help, she's actually condemning him to die. Wen Yu brings Ali to his house to try and protect her, while he tries to negotiate with the mob. But he fails, and that night Ali is captured. She's dressed in ceremonial clothes and makeup before being sent off in a boat onto the stormy sea. Ali soon finds herself on a large idyllic island, where a woman named Hai Fu Rong tells her that they've been waiting for her, and that the women on the island are her attendants. Fu Rong then takes Ali to Hairu's palace, and says it's where she will spend the rest of her life. Ali is shown to her room and told to get ready because her wedding is tonight. The sea god is fetched by the attendants to meet his bride, but by the time he gets there, Ali has already escaped into the nearby forest. Ali is attacked by a large serpent beast while in the woods and blacks out, only to wake up back at the palace. Ali is shocked to meet the sea god, who introduces himself as Yan. Yan is mean to Ali and tries to force himself on her when she says that she doesn't want to be his bride. Ali fends him off by threatening him with one of her hairpins and tells him how she used to pray and rely on him, but now she's disappointed by his true nature. The two are then attacked by a barrage of arrows, and Yan is injured while protecting Ali. 3 shadowy ninjas then appear in the room, but Yan is able to fight them off. Ali helps treat Yan's injuries, and she sees that he was poisoned by one of the arrows. She tries to cut away the poisoned skin, which hurts Yan more, and he gets angry. He eventually calms down and lets her help him, before telling Ali that she's allowed to anywhere on the island except for the woods. The film cuts to a regal-looking woman who turns out to be Yan's mother, and she's upset because Yan put a barrier over Ali so that she can't spy on her. One of the nearby guards says that Ali seems different from the other girls, and says that there must be another path they can take. Yan's mother isn't keen on this idea, and wants to see Ali die. That night, Ali has a terrible nightmare about being chased. The attendants take Ali for a walk, and Fu Rong tells Ali that she isn't allowed into the most westerly room in the palace. Back at the village, we see Wen Yu drinking over his guilt about Ali. As he stumbles home, he bumps into a mysterious man who slams him for letting Ali be taken away. Wen Yu gets angry and says that he would be willing to give up anything in order to get the chance to save Ali. And though he doesn't know it yet, he's going to have to sacrifice everything. The man says that Ali is possibly still alive, and Wen Yu wants to look for her. We see Ali as she walks along the beach and finds an injured goldfish, which she takes home to help heal. She names the fish Hai Da Yu and tells it all about her life. She brings Da Yu to the beach and notices that his eyes change color, meaning he's magical. Ali feels comforted by the fish, and when she goes to dinner with Yan that night, she says that she wants to stay and be his bride, but under the condition that he stops the rain in her village so the fishermen can safely travel. She also says that she wants her and Yan to keep their distance from each other, and Yan agrees. He hands her a key and says that the palace now belongs to her too, since she's the queen. Ali heads to her room and finds that Da Yu is now gone. We then see Wen Yu with his mysterious friend, who we'll call Zhao. They're on a boat looking for the sea god island, but are having trouble finding it. Ali has another nightmare that night and decides to go find what Yan is hiding in the west room. She goes to use the key on the door of the room, but Fu Rong and the attendants show up, forcing Ali to hide what she's doing. She's brought to a hot spring, where she's doted on before eventually being left alone. While in the water, Ali is surrounded by serpents, but she's rescued by a man who turns out to be Dayu. Ali and Dayu spend the day together, and Ali learns that Dayu can control the weather. The two bond over the day, and Ali thanks him for keeping her company and making the dark times not seem so bad. The two nearly kiss, but Dayu pulls away and tells her that she needs to try and get away from the island. That night, Ali sneaks into the forbidden room and finds the bodies of all the other brides, and she realizes that she's been having nightmares about one of the brides being chased and attacked by Yan. Ali is then chased and attacked by Yan, but she is able to stab him in the arm before being thrown off a cliff into the sea. As she falls, Ali looks up at Yan, but doesn't realize that this version of Yan isn't everything he seems. Ali is then saved by Dayu in the form of a giant fish. Dayu then tells Ali that he has a boat he wants her to get on, and he'll use his powers to try and help her escape. Ali wants him to come with her, but he tells her he can't leave the island. As Ali floats away on the boat, she runs into Wen Yu, but Ali soon realizes that she's fallen in love with Dayu and can't leave him behind. She chooses to get back on her boat and go towards the island, with Wen Yu and Zhao following behind her. Ali looks for Dayu when she gets back, and eventually he reveals himself to her and they kiss. The film then cuts to Fu Rong as she's attacked and berated by Yan's mother for acting on her own and not reporting everything to her, revealing that Fu Rong is actually more loyal to Yan's mother than she is to Yan and Ali. Later, Ali confronts Yan about what she saw in the forbidden room. Yan brings Ali to a room where he promises there will be answers, but instead he just locks her in there. Wen Yu and Xiao eventually arrive at the island and are making their way through the forest when they're attacked by giant serpents. However, they're able to make their escape. Later in the day, Ali is inspected by Fu Rong, and it turns out that Ali is pregnant. Yan goes off to channel his energy into a bowl for Ali to drink when Fu Rong shows up and threatens him, reminding him that he shouldn't forget about his mission and his identity. When we see Ali again, her stomach has grown significantly, even though she's only been pregnant for a short while, and Yan shows up to feed her the concoction he made. Ali doesn't want to, so Yan has to force her, and Ali stabs him with her hairpin several times before running away. The attendants go looking for Ali, and Fu Rong finds her and leads her off somewhere, as Yan magically views them. Ali is brought before Yan's mother and her guards, and Fu Rong uses magic to lift Ali up. Yan's mother then reveals that Ali is pregnant with the new prince of their fish clan, but that Ali will die while giving birth to the fish baby. Ali then begins yelling that the child isn't Yan's, as she believes that the father is Dayu. The guards begin to use magic to force Ali into labor, and eventually the baby comes out of her stomach in a ball of water. Yan's mother says that if the baby isn't Yan's, then it must die, and Ali runs in front of the baby in order to protect it from the mother's attack. Knowing that she's in trouble, Yan rushes to Ali's side, but he's attacked by serpents and must fight them off. He makes it in the nick of time and is able to protect Ali from his mother. Yan then tries to stab the water ball, and Ali grabs his sword by the blade to stop him from killing the baby. Yan then reveals that he's actually Dayu, and that this whole time he's been trying to drive Ali away from the island so he could protect her, and that the brides in the forbidden room were actually all frozen there by Dayu to protect them. He then says that he stabbed the water ball because otherwise their baby would drown. Through the power of their love, Dayu is able to transform permanently into his human form, instead of being stuck switching between his human and fish monster form. As this unfolds, Wen Yu and Xiao secretly watch from the edge of the woods. Suddenly, Fu Rong grabs a sword and launches herself at the couple, but Dayu easily stops her. It's revealed that Fu Rong is Dayu's real wife, and she's tired of seeing him marry other women in order to produce an heir. Ali notices a wound on Fu Rong and realizes that when Yan had attacked her and thrown her off a cliff, it was actually Fu Rong in disguise. Dayu's mother says that he's expendable now because the clan has a new prince, so she orders the guards to attack him. Dayu sends Ali away, and Fu Rong tries to attack her, but Wen Yu throws himself in front of her and heroically sacrifices himself. Dayu fights his mother directly after beating the guards, and Ali cradles Wen Yu as he dies. Fu Rong tries to go back after Ali, but Da Yu intervenes. Zhao then jumps into the fray and kills Fu Rong. Da Yu's mother is able to subdue everyone and is able to win when a magical artifact Zhao has that gets rid of curses suddenly goes off. It's revealed that the queen had secretly cursed Da Yu to make him weaker, and had even been the one that organized the attack on his wedding night because she wanted to be the one to rule the clan forever. Da Yu turns into a giant fish in the air before transforming back into his human form. Da Yu and Ali make his mother safely return their child to them, and the guards take her away to be punished. Da Yu and Ali then take Zhao and show him the room where the brides are frozen, because they believe his artifact can help free them, and luckily it does. We then see Zhao getting on his boat with the brides to bring them back to their homes, and Ali and Da Yu visit a grave they made for Wen Yu. Da Yu asks Ali if she misses the mortal realm, and promises to bring her there whenever she wants, before turning into his giant fish form and flying her through the sky. Click one of the videos on screen right now.